Hello guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today in this video, what we're going to do is basically have a little play with the RX7. Need to sort out, there's a couple little issues with the car that I've been needing to address for a little while. So we're going to do it today. Basically, first thing is alternator. Second thing is the inlet plenum. I want to put a new ERC phonemic plastic gasket. Basically it stops heat coming through from the engine into the inlet manifold, and their awesome titanium stud kit. Oh, it's been a while since I've made a video, guys, I know that, and I'm sorry. It's just been hella busy at the house just now, with kiddies and all that sort of stuff, cars and stuff like that. However, not much has changed, if I'm honest. My bonnet stands still don't hold open the bonnets. Go on, you bastard. Yeah, bonnet stands still don't hold open the bonnet, but yeah, I would say most of it sort of altogether. You would have seen that last time anyway. Biggest change is probably the radiator. So now I'm running a full length radiator, which should and will help temps come a little bit lower, because obviously before, if you'd seen the smaller radiator, it will get a bit hot. So yeah, I've put a full size radiator on there, just a single fan on the back, might do dual fans if it does get hot. And what else? Pretty much it, there's not too much else been going on. Inside the car itself, I think I changed the dash. I've got the PowerTune digital dash in there now with the latest update. But I'm going to get a video for you guys tomorrow, hopefully, because I've got some spare time, and we're going to take the car for a bit of a run. So yeah, I'm looking to test some launch control on it, just not wild launches, because obviously I'm still on the welded shafts that I made, but at least maybe 3000 RPM, so something like that, to make sure that it works and to dial the box in more. I've been driving the car quite often, taking it to the shops back and forward, any excuse I can, if I'm honest with you, and it's an absolute dream to drive. Really good mile per gallon, just stick it in auto mode and throttle and brake, and I'm enjoying driving the RX7 about the place now, and everyone looks at it. It's just such an unusual car to have around my area. So yeah, anyway guys, here's the new alternator. We're going to get to it. We're going to whip off the inlet manifold and stick this bad boy on. Just gonna send it. That first file there, that was actually a unicorn, a cat on the back of a unicorn. And obviously there's the new dash from PowerTune, and also got myself a new steering boss, because the last one was a bit of play in it. I've had it for 6 years, so yeah, and just so it sits off the dash a little bit more. First things first is the realist. Basically, just whip off the AN fittings. I do love AN fittings, but they can be a pain in the arse as well. Just let all your fuel fall onto the floor, because that's definitely what you should do, and definitely not trying to use a bucket or something like that to catch it. It looks like we've got 12mm, 12mm, 12mm. Guaranteed somewhere though I'll have like 13s and shit. I can't see anything yet. It looks mainly like 12, so we'll go for that first. And take a 12 spanner, put that there. One of these. Now it is quite tricky to get into the back one, so maybe need a couple of these. Put another one in there, and a 12mm. We'll go for this one here, and the flexi, and we'll go for a 13mm, because I guarantee I've got 13mm in there somewhere. So this is what we're going to use, ERC thermal gasket. It's just to stop the engine heat soaking onto the inlet manifold. Looking at it though, I don't have this bit, so I'm not sure if this is for maybe a K24 or a different style. We'll see it when we whip off anyway. But look at these, oh look at these! Oh, they're so light, it feels like plastic. But it's not, it's titanium. So titanium studs are going in this thing. Not that you know, I'm after all the lightweight goodness because I have probably added about 100 kilograms with that DCT box and the 350Z diff, but yeah. Next, so clamp. Ignore the battery charger because battery seems to be going flat for some reason if you leave it overnight. But that's another issue for another video for another day. And as you can maybe see these, there's a crack right there and another crack right there. So yeah, I think this alternator's packed in, it's fucked. And the issue is with these alternators, when they die, they give bad voltage, and the DCT gearbox likes to have good voltage. If it's not got the good voltage, you ain't got good gear shifts. In fact, you ain't got anything good if it's not getting voltage, because it doesn't switch on. Can't be arsed fishing the night, so let's take these all out. Oh, and here we are. And it looks okay. Everything looks nice. I'm not getting any bolts stuck in there yet, so let's work at this. Basically, first things first to see is a tensioner. So I'm going to have to take off the tensioner, or take the tension off, take the belt off, and it looks like there's a couple of bolts there, so and a nice water cooler pipe running in the way. So I'm probably going to have to take that off too. Soak the garage floor, and hopefully I don't have to climb underneath the car the night. So just a quick tip for all you K-swap guys out there. I've got all 4 cables here, but the only one I'm using is this black and yellow. Black and yellow, black and yellow. And what I'm doing though, and that one just goes to ignition. So when you put the ignition on, it sends voltage to it. I think that must be like voltage reference or something. We've got 2 bolts underneath, 1 bolt up here, and the ziggy bolt there. Whipped off the ziggy bolt there, and what I like to do is put them in a little rubber glove, just so it doesn't start sparking and arcing about your engine bay. And if you're lucky, like mine's just giving me the middle finger, so it just shows it appreciates me, this car. It's just saying like, gav, I'm sick of this 0.6 a bar, man. Get me back up to like 21 psi. Where I was at before, because that's where I want to be, unless you're like Lewis's car. And I'm sorry, Lewis, because you're probably watching this right now. Your video you sent me the day that thing blowing up, fuck bro, RIP, that was a ripper. So Pulsar turbo bad boy, putting the work in as well. So made 470 horse with breeze, and yeah, basically big bang, rod through the block, flames in the car. But the car was alright, thankfully, and so was Lewis and his pal. So, yeah. Nasty, guys, nasty. But yeah, anyway, this is from an EP3 Gen 1. Is it a Gen 1 or a pre-facelift? And this is... It's not an FK8. It's maybe the FD or the newer one. There's a part numbers there for you. CD73. Let's go that way then. What's this? Skin my knuckles off. Go on, you bastard. The camera's not seen it. Go on, I need to show you guys, otherwise it's not been done. Oh. Yes. When your water does leak out onto the floor, make sure you've not got the mains and broken cables lying beside it. That bitch will probably start sparking. It's on the bench, and we've obviously got the new versus the old and blah blah blah. We've got, they'll look the same, they've got the same bolt holes, they're a different length, different size, so I might have to space something out somewhere. This is in a different location, this is in a different location. You can see, turn the camera, doing a bit of, look at the cracking. This is totally swollen. You can see it starts splitting apart there, so this gadget's been overloaded. And as you can see here, the old one's heavy duty, this one's lighting and balanced and race clearanced naturally. Keep looking at these. I just got excited and kind of went on and decided to treat the car. And I mean, these really should be going on this fucking pile of shit, but to be honest, it was payday and it just looks so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. So yeah, stuck the alternator on, doesn't fit. End the video, I'm going home. Joking. Come on guys, you're going upside down, but I'll show you why. Here's one bolt up here, going right way through. The other ones go down underneath here, but as you can see, there's a bit of a gap. I don't think it's much, maybe 10 mil, or 7/60 47ths if you're American. So I could probably just whip something up in the lathe quickly. You know your usual 3/8. We say it's 3/8, so they're all, majority of them are 3/8. When you measure one of these, they are like near enough 10 mil. 3/8 is near 10 mil. Near to the nearest midge's ball here. And I can put this comfortably in here. Well, it's actually quite a tight fit to be honest. But as you can see, that sat in there before it fell on the deck. So yeah, 2 spacers done, no problem at all. But it has come to my attention that this original bolt fits fine obviously. However, the new alternator is a good piece more, so yeah, looks like I'm going to have to find different bolts as well. So if you guys are going to upgrade to this beast of an alternator compared to the standard one, you will need these little spacers. Make them yourself with a pipe, but basically that's 10 mil thick. And inside of it is 8 mil diameter for the bolts, and the length of these bolts are 70 mil. So yeah, we learn something today. We learn something every day here because nothing ever goes smoothly. What I've done over here is I use an O-ring to seal up this here. So the one that comes with the kit, basically I've cut it off, so that'll fit in there just fine as it usually does. And yes, it's time to install some titanium goodness. Just got to be careful not to drop these in the engine. Oh yeah, so I'll wind these in, probably just up till near enough that stop there, and I won't tighten them up too much because it is obviously a stud in that conversion, just hand tight. Can't believe I've got titanium bits in my car. And there we go. So proper happy with this, because these have little steps on them here, these bolts, little shoulders. It centralizes the actual gasket perfectly, so all your ports are completely like matched, which is good, because some of the cheaper ones, and I know that one did as well, I had to adjust that a wee bit because the bolt holes are just a little bit too big on them gaskets. The gasket can slip down a little bit. So yes, that's them all on. Look at that nice titanium goodness. It's not exactly the most pretty of cars to have them on, I suppose, but they are on and I think they look awesome. One thing I do like about them, the stud and bolt sort of conversion side of things anyway, is you can tighten them up a lot more than you could if you were screwing into aluminium. So last job on the list. Let's see if we can finish this off with a bang. Hopefully it doesn't go bang. See if we get this belt back on. Right, maybe put in the alternator first and then just yeah, forget. That's all on. Oh, look at that. Thank you very much for getting this far. However, you know, don't quit there. Don't stop there. This is an alternator change video, and we've done some other bits, so we need to make sure that it starts up and actually charges. And to be honest, yes, it is late. Let's have a look at the time. Oh, don't get copyrighted. So it's 1 AM. Don't know if you can see that. 1 AM, and a bit late to start it, isn't it? So what we'll do is we'll push the car forward and we'll make an exhaust. We'll make something we can stuff in the exhaust to try and quiet it down. We'll start it over, we'll give it a bit of a crank, we'll get it up and running, and as soon as we see 14 volts on our wee voltage gauge in there, we'll just switch it back off again. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, right? Right, so here's my plan. Put a couple of blankets on the top, just to dampen down some of the vibrations, and this side here, we have my compression tester, completely rammed in exhaust, and it's sealed right up. Yeah, I know, it's not too good to run the car like that forever, but let's face it, we're just going to be starting it up. We need ECU on. Jesus Christ, what a noise. We need boost, and boost isn't boost, by the way. Boost is, oh, unicorn, and send it. Boost is actually my gearbox. Let's start this thing up. That's not too loud. Oh yes, there we go. 14 volts on the dot, and it wasn't even that loud. Oh yes, oh, I love it. Right guys, as you see, we switched over the alternator, we changed out the alternator for a new one, we put in the ERC bolt kit, the titanium goodness, we put in the thermal gasket, and we stuck it all back together again. And look, I've got all my fingers. So yeah guys, here, I'm much appreciated for you guys subscribing, liking, commenting, getting involved with the build, contacting me on Instagram, having a good chat. So many people want to do the same thing, and I really encourage everyone, you know, just to get in the garage or just do your own thing and then learn a bit. It's good fun, don't get me wrong, it gets proper stressful and the night I'm proper loony, but to be fair, I do love it. It's my passion, my hobby, and yeah, I'll do it forever, I think. Let's hope. Health is wealth. You guys stay classy, take care, and we'll catch you in the next vid. Cheers.